Happy Monday. I often have students tell me that they don't learn well from my videos or from any videos in general. They don't specify mine, but I would say you really need to be focused. You need to listen as though I'm talking directly just to you, no one else. It's just you and me here. And we're going to look here. This is the problem most people had on the quiz, was being able to graph slope-intercept form from an equation or derive the equation from the graph. So this is what we're going to cover today, and this will be on your test. So here they're giving you that slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b. I know you've heard me mention that many times. M is your slope or your rate of change, and b is your y-intercept, or what we basically call the starting point. Now, there are line extensions in either direction from our starting point, but for all intents and purposes, that's the point you need in order to be able to graph forward on the line and backward on the line. So M is your slope, and B is your I almost said rate of change, which that's slope. B is your starting point. Also known as the y-intercept, which is why it's called slope-intercept form, because the M is the slope and the B is the intercept. All right, so step one, you're going to graph the y-intercept. This is always point 0, comma B. Okay, so to do that, let's take a look at number one. The y-intercept, the place that we're starting at, is +1 on the y-axis. Here's the y-axis. Here's the origin at 0, 0. We're going up +1. That is our starting point. So you don't actually need to draw the 0, 0, but just know that this +1, that's our starting point. That's 0, comma 1, like it says up here in step 1. Okay, after that, step 2, use the slope of the line to create more points. Remember, slope is rise over run. So our slope here is 2/3. So from the starting point, we're going to go up 2, right 3. Up 2 to the right 3. Sorry, I'm just having a hard time seeing it. Up 2, I ran out of room. Okay, but the line goes also down 2 to the left 3. Down 2 to the left 3. Down 2 to the left 3, and we've run out of room. And so that is how you graph a line. The equation of this line is y equals 2/3 x plus 1. All right, let's take a look at the next line. We have, and it says use a ruler to draw a line that extends through the points, placing an arrow on both ends. That's step 3. Step 1, let's go back to step 1 here. 0, comma B. There's B. So we're looking for the point 0, comma -2. Well, here's 0, here's -2. Okay, that's our starting point. Next, we're going to go up 4 over 3. Up 4 over 3. 1, 2, 3, 4 to the right. 1, 2, 3. Up 2, 3, 4 to the right. 1, 2, 3. And I'm out of room. So go back to the starting point. Go down. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. And I'm out of room. And I draw my line. I gotta say, I'm using an Apple Pencil and a screen, and that's pretty straight lines for hee hee hee. Okay. Okay, so then the next two, the thing that's different is now your slope is negative. So when your slope is negative, you're still going to find your starting point. Here it's -4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now we're going to go up 1 to the left 2. That's the difference. When you're going negative, you're going up and left versus up and right. Okay, then you just finish by drawing your line, putting your arrows on, and you're done. It really is that easy. Let's do another one. Here we're starting at +7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we're not going to be able to go up 3 to the left 1 because we've run out of room. So we'll just go down 3 to the right 1. Well, how do you know that? Well, because, again, if I were to go up 3 into the left 1 to make it negative, it would be somewhere up here in the sky, right? So to keep that line going, you'd have to come down 3 to the right 1 to keep the line negative. 1, 3, down 3 to the right 1, down 3 to the right 1, down 3 to the right 1, down 3 to the right 1. Draw your line. And oops. See, I jinxed it. Notice some of the lines are steeper than others. Okay, like this line over here in green is very much flatter than the line here in yellow. The line here in yellow is very steep. Well, let's look at the difference between the two. The slope of the green is 1/2 in number 3, where the slope of number 4 is -3. So the whole number kind of makes it taller, whereas the fraction makes it flatter. So that's why it's called slope. It is the steepness of your line. Okay, you can do 5 and 6 on your own. I want to swing over here. If I can find it on my screen. Oh, I'm a silly person. I just have to change the screen like that. And take a look real quick at... Oh, looks like my timer changed. Huh, I wonder if these will bleed together. I hope they will. Whoops. Lots of good practice here. Okay, so number 7. What do we do when there is no plus b? Well, we want to start here at the origin. When there's no plus b, you start smack dab in the middle of the crosshairs. And now my rise is 5 and my run is 1 because it's a whole number over 1 and makes your fraction. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And which way am I going? Well, it's negative, so I'm going to the left one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the left one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down to the right one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the right one. And so my line, a little sad looking, and not so straight, but it looks like that. Okay, so let's take a look at a few others. Number 12 is the same thing. You would start at the origin. Let's look at number 14. So remember we talked about how they'll try and trick you and they'll use commutative property to reverse them. It might be in your best interest to rewrite this, but you got to make sure the negative stays with the number. Okay, it doesn't become -x, it's just still x minus 2. So I'm starting down here at -2 is my starting point, and I'm going up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1, up 1 over 1. And yes, you have to do them all. Now, do I have to draw them all? No, I don't have to draw them all, but the line should connect them all because the line does keep going whether you draw them all or not. Okay? And I think that's good. You'll have to catch, it would be good practice to do the rest of those. All right, save the rest for another video.